Governor WIKE bans prostitutions, nightclubs in Rivers State. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The governor said no responsible government will tolerate the open display or solicitation of sexual services. Welcome to the news. Rivers Governor WIKE has banned prostitution and nightclub activities in the state, citing the moral impediment that they pose to children. Mr. WIKE in the New Year broadcast said the ban had become necessary to stop further moral damage on children. Further moral damage on children. Well, I feel for instance, if you have a habit and you want to stop it, you know it is going to be very difficult to stop. There's a habit you have, it is actually not helpful to you. Let's say it's actually a bad habit. What you do is you replace that bad habit with a good one. Governor WIKE, I feel that these people, I'm not praising anybody. Prostitution is bad, sincerely. Prostitution is actually really, really bad. But on the other hand, I don't think some of these people, if they're given opportunities, they are actually not going to take it. For instance, if they're given the opportunity to work, these people will find a way to continue. Most especially when they don't find any other means of, raising a living, a means of living for themselves. They will definitely find a way out. Most definitely, it will happen. So what I'm saying is, why don't you, there are things that could be done. Maybe you want to do something about them by, for instance, in a particular state, they give empowerment. They did the empowerment program. Maybe do empowerment program where these women are taught. After teaching them, you actually see they see that they are actually helped. Something of that nature. I'm just saying, it's actually a suggestion. I'm just saying because these people, yes, it is actually not right. Sincerely, it is not right. Prostitution is bad. Yes. But the thing is, they'll find a way to continue. Why? Like I said, you can't just cut off a habit. You have to change it from good to bad. If you're someone who wakes up, who sleeps late, what do you do? If you want to stop sleeping late, what do? You round up your activities on time and you sleep early. You have replaced it. You have replaced it. You sleep early. You round up your activities on time. You're someone who goes late. What do? You start going early. It's a replacement. It's not a cut-off particular. You have friends. You're always going out. Fine and good. That period that you always have free time to go out. What do? You put an activity there that is going to be replacing your activity of going out. So I think a replacement is going to be better and helping them out. So that it will be that, okay, you've actually tried to help these people out. You said, okay, they're doing prostitution. They said, okay, fine. And you give them, if it is teaching them vocational skills, teaching them soft skills for those who are still bright among them. And, giving them the opportunity also, not teaching them and at the end of the day, they don't have anything to do with it. You can, they can be placed with people who are going to, help them start some things. I mean, just something to ensure that these people don't fall back into this particular crimes again. Okay, the news in detail. Please stay with us. The state government has placed an immediate ban on nightclub activities, including nighttime trading and street prostitution along Abacha Road and surrounding streets, particularly the Casablanca area, to stop the harmful effect on the depraved activities on the moral development of the children and society at large, the governor said. He emphasized that it would be irresponsible of the government to turn a blind eye to all the moral atrocities committed by some persons in the state. Apart from the noise and traffic nuisances suffered by innocent residents, no responsible government should continue to tolerate the open display and solicitation of sexual services, drug abuse, and public intoxication that takes place along the street and public areas aborting some of these nightclubs, lounges, and bars by the youth, some as young as under 14 years, the governor said. Mr. WIKE also issued warnings to monarchs who do not attend state functions. the consistent absence of some fossil traditional rulers, especially the Amayambo of Okrika, the Amayambo of Ogo, and the Amayambo of Kalabari, and the Benemene in Yokana as state functions is unacceptable and will no longer be tolerated. Should they therefore continue to absent themselves from state functions or regular meetings and activities of a state traditional rulers council, we will have no option than to direct their immediate replacement, warned Mr. WIKE. Like I said, you have to assess these people first of all. And this is a wake-up call. Things are very difficult. I'm going to say this. If you have gotten the opportunity to speak to these people, some of them will tell you it is not that they want it for themselves. It's not that they want it for themselves. Some have a different story other than this one, but some sincerely, if they have something else to ensure that they go out, they do it with their hands, or they're kind of getting themselves busy at the end of the day productively, and it's giving them something, they're going to go with it. These days, prostitution doesn't even pay. Prostitution does not pay because these days, the moral and the society have so fallen that, no. Now, I'm going to be calling on parents again. Parents, no matter how things are difficult, no matter how difficult things may be, please, don't rely on your child when you know that, number one, that child is not working. Don't do that. Don't be tempted to. No, don't be. No matter how difficult you think things are for you, please don't carry the burden and place on your child when you know that this child, look, it is simple 5 and 6. You know how things are. You know how things used to be, that things no longer, during your time, things were actually good. Now, things are worse. Our naira has lost its value. Before, you know what 1,000 naira will do for you, but now these days, you don't know what it will do for you. So parents, it's a wake-up call. Your children, both men and women, both the young boys and the young girls, don't give them so much responsibility or leave your responsibility for them, especially when you know deep down that these children are trying. It will push them to do the unthinkable. And then later you say, I trained you, but you were giving her more load, and maybe your children have this kind of mind that I have it in mind that I want to take care of my family. A lot of things amount to prostitution and other crimes. So please, parents, take notes. Let us not forget that charity actually begins at home. And where does it begin from? Where is home? Home is the family. Okay. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.